Hello. Um, it's June 7th, 2020, 3:30 a.m. My name is Andrew Carnegie. If you're seeing this, I may be in grave danger. I live at 174 West 181st Street in New York City. Again, if you're watching this, please send someone to my apartment to check to see if I'm alive. Again, my name is Andrew Carnegie. Not that Andrew Carnegie, but that's kind of a funny story because that's sort of how all this began. Because since the pandemic started, my targeted ads on Instagram have actually been really on point, which I know is a controversial thing to say because that means that they have all our data and they're recording our conversations. But if they actually sent us cool products we wanted, it's worth it, you know? Just hear me out. So I got an ad on Instagram recently for a 50% off discount on an Ancestry.com kit. And since there's been a long-standing argument in my family as to whether we do descend from that Andrew Carnegie, who, again, I am not, I decided to buy one. And maybe I hoped it would give something for my family to talk about because I miss my family. And I know that might sound sappy, but everyone who knows me says I have a really big heart. Maybe it's even one size heart too big or something. Maybe my heart gets me into trouble sometimes. But anyway, so I do the test, and it turns out we're not descended from that Carnegie. I do see an ad on Facebook to purchase some vintage Carnegie Deli products on eBay, which sounds funny, but it's so simple. And I get all these forgotten products. I just get a hat, a jar of pickles, and a pastrami sandwich on rye that's been frozen since 1999. And it was all delivered to my door, like, within a day. So here I am, stuck alone in my apartment. And like any, sane, nihilistic, deeply depressive 20-something, I swiftly run out of my stash of weed. And so I go on Reddit to see if I can find a way to maybe buy some wholesale marijuana online and have it delivered directly to my door. And I know it was the lazy thing to do, but come on, it's 2020 and we live in this Bezos pandemic world where I expect that with one click, I can rather instantly receive any product delivered directly to my door, just like you. I mean, I'm sure you tried to buy that last pack of hand sanitizer on Amazon. So I learned everything there is to know about the dark web, and not the deep web, because if you know anything about the web, you know the deep web is just that part of the web that you can't quite reach with a normal search engine. It's mostly non-criminal. The dark web is that layer underneath the deep web. It's intentionally hidden, so you have to use a specific browser, Tor, just to access it. It houses mostly criminal activity. And I'm a computer savvy guy. I found my way through some Reddit threads to the dark web, and I don't know if you know this already, but this place is insane. I mean, you can buy anything on the dark web. You can buy drugs, fake IDs, passports, credit card numbers, Netflix accounts, social security numbers, counterfeit money, explosives, guns, hitmen, endangered animals. You name it, you can buy it. So my goal, and I repeat, my goal was to find some weed and have it delivered to my door so I wouldn't have to have a drug dealer come into my apartment in the middle of a fucking pandemic. So I find the most popular drug site that looks really legit, and I order some really spectacularly cheap weed, and lo and behold, this dank shit arrives on my door within a day. And I promise, I have no interest in buying anything else. But now I'm so curious. And I start going down this dark web rabbit hole, right? And I find the dark web version of Facebook, which is actually fucking owned by normal Facebook. And on there I see an ad that directs me to a mystery product site. And I start talking to this guy named Vincenzo on this site, and he tells me that if I send him a small sum of money, he'll send me the coolest gift a person could ever receive. And then it's just like Instagram. They have all my data, so they can tailor what they send to me and my tastes. And it will be the coolest gift money can buy? Of course I did it. I said yes, I gave him my information, and the next day a mystery box shows up, and inside is, well, it's an ice cooler. It's like one of those you would take to the beach, right? And it's really, really cold. So you know that there's dry ice inside. And there was a note on top that says, "Roses are red. Humans love greed. When money can buy you death and cheap weed." So I open the box, and it's a human heart on ice. Like a real human heart. So I freak out, because like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with a fucking human heart? So I put some gloves on and I put it in the freezer, and then I hear this ping on my phone and I get a text from a blocked number, which I didn't even know you could fucking do on a phone. And it just says, targeted ad, Andrew's heart, with a clock emoji. So I think you're pretty much caught up. I really think it was the Italian mafia. I don't know if you know this, but they've been having a really big resurgence during this pandemic. And I'm nearly positive it was the mob, because why else would I be talking to a guy literally fucking named Vincenzo? So I have a rather large human heart in my freezer, and I got this text from the mob about an hour ago, so I think I'm in danger. So if you are watching this, please, I implore you, send someone to come check on me. Is that a knock? Hello? Shit. Please. Track my phone. Take my data. Just find me and help me. Please, just